opening up the UFC Vegas 96 fight card. We got Kong Wang taking on Victoria Leonardo. This is only one of 10 fights so far. We will have an 11th fight, I assume. When's the Ultimate Fighter? Tuesdays? So tomorrow night, we should have an 11th fight.
You mean Contender Series?
Go ahead and break down. Contender Series is live on Tuesdays, and I think the Ultimate Fighter airs on ESPN on Tuesdays. They're competing with themselves. Either way, once we get that fight, we will have an 11th fight to break down. But for now, we're going to break down Kong Wang and Victoria Leonardo. Kong Wang is undefeated in her MMA career at 5-0. She has 3 stoppages, and she is making her UFC debut. She's taking on Victoria Leonardo. She's been a UFC staple for a little while. Was she your first ever underdog lock of the week? And she lost.
What?
She was Jacob's first ever.
No, she wasn't.
3 years ago. Yes, she was.
That literally is a blatant lie.
Clay Guida's the first one that ever won. Victoria
Yeah,
Leonardo
the first one ever was Antonio Carlos Jr., who went on to win the PFL tournament twice. Nice try,
sure
asswipe.
Leonardo.
I know who the fuck it was, dipshit. Don't ever fucking talk to me like that. I'm a fucking...
I'm going to go back and find that tape because I'm almost positive I got that correct.
I am 100% positive it's Antonio Carlos Jr.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll find that tape. We'll figure it out.
I
Victoria
have the
Leonardo.
thing right here.
That's when you've been
right
tracking
now.
it. That's just some bullshit you've been
No,
tracking.
this is I have it from the very beginning.
We'll figure that out at a different time. Victoria Leonardo, 9-5 in her career, 2-3 in her last 5, coming back after more than a year away. And it only takes 8 seconds of Google, of research, of YouTube to see that Kong Wang is a nasty kickboxer. The very first video that's going to pop up while doing any research at all is her beating Valentina Shevchenko. Beat her in kickboxing, her main sport. She's transitioned to MMA. She's made that giant leap, and she has the skills and the tools to do it. It doesn't take a whole lot of research to see that, A, she's a nasty kickboxer, and B, she has worked on her takedown defense. She can defend some takedowns. She even has a takedown of her own in the UFC umbrella. She has incredible striking. She's got power, speed. She is relatively untested, though. She's just sort of blowing through the people they've given her, and she hasn't fought somebody that's going to be desperately nonstop trying to take her down. What we've seen so far, the striking is obviously there. The cardio is there. The power is there, and so is the takedown defense. She's taking on Victoria Leonardo. Victoria Leonardo is sort of a jack of all trades. Good at everything, not great at anything. She likes to come forward, lots of pressure. She'll wrap up the body. She'll try to drag you to the ground. BJJ is decent, but she makes up for any of the skill gaps with just nonstop pressure and persistence. She is coming off that finish loss over a year ago to Natalia Silva. Listen, Kong, tremendous favorite. Closing in on minus 1,000. She's minus 950. She should absolutely win here. She's going to be the far better striker. She hits like a freight train. The footwork is there. The only question is the takedown defense going to hold up? I assume it is. Victoria is just sort of trying to hold you against the cage, drag you down, not really shooting takedown. So Kong is going to be the pick. I don't think there's any value whatsoever. The round line doesn't have value. We just got to leave this one alone entirely. What do you think, Jakey boy?
That was a great effort, right? And you're coming off a successful week, so we're not gonna. I understand you're partying Saturday night, partying Sunday, got into the meth a little bit, early Monday morning, and so I'm not gonna blame you for that type of breakdown, right? Because you tried your best. But here's the brass tacks. Here is this Kong Wang is, in my opinion, not as good as people think she is. Throws a nice 1-2, will follow it up with a kick, but she is pretty low volume. She's not one of those girls that's going to be in your face like crazy and trying to put you out of there. She's going to take her time, and she throws some nice combinations, but she's a little bit low volume, and the level of competition that she's had has allowed her to be that low volume person. She'll pick her spots and pick you apart, and then eventually either knock you out or do what she needs to do, and she's very good at that, fighting these waitresses on the regional scene. Victoria Leonardo, I think, is better than people give her credit for. Yeah, she's gotten fucking smoked. Who has she fought? Natalia Silva, probably a future champion contender. Melissa Gatto, very good in the hands on the ground. Manon Fiorot, who's about to be the backup for the championship fight. Miranda Maverick, who we love and think is a great fighter. Erin Blanchfield, who is another title contender. Those are her last 5 losses. Kong Wang is not any of those 5 people. I can tell you that. She is a pretty good fighter, but I don't think she has any type of skills to warrant a minus 950 favorite. In fact, I actually like the odds odds at plus 600 for Victoria Leonardo. I think she can make this a close fight like that Mandy Baum fight. Another dynamic striker who came in nice and flashy. Oh, this girl's been getting finished. Let me try to finish her. Victoria turned that into a clinch game, slowed it down, got to the later rounds, won that fight. And I think Kong Wang, out of the first round, that nice 1-2, gets a little bit sloppy. She gets a little bit lungy. I've seen her get held against the cage. I think Victoria Leonardo is going to be the fucking upset here and get it done against the newcomer. Minus 900 seems fucking insane.
I don't necessarily disagree. I think Kong wins, and I think she's set up to win. I think that's why this matchup's here. But I don't necessarily disagree with I said she's untested. She's 5-0, regional type fights. She's fighting an actual UFC fighter that has had some success. So I'm with you. Luckily, the value is long gone. Tom Nolan was a minus 1,500 favorite, and that bum gave up a round on one judge's scorecard.
Imagine was a bum, Kong just like Wang I said he was. I told you he was a fucking bum.
Imagine Kong Wang at minus 950. She may spark Victoria, or to your point, get pushed against the cage, get touched a little bit. The bright lights might be a little too much for her. So, yeah.
Victoria's not that bad of a striker. She looks bad against Natalia Silver and Manin, and she can get out-grappled by these girls that are grappling, but she's really not that bad. She's lost to fucking really good people. And she snapped her arm twice, and, she's a tough girl. Try to work through her arm being snapped in half during a fight.
Yeah. Oh, I don't disagree with a single thing you're saying. Basically what happened was I broke down the fight. I picked Wang. I think she is just that good of a kickboxer. I don't think Victoria's takedowns are good enough. And then I saw the odds, and I was like, well, there's no value here whatsoever. It'd be absurd to spend that money on a UFC debut. Move on. So that's literally the decision I made. $9,600 in DraftKings Fantasy is a bit crazy. You're going to need to finish Victoria Leonardo to be worth that money, because to Jacob's point, Kong isn't insane volume. You're not going to get a lot of takedown points there. So you're going to need a finish from DraftKings Fantasy for her to cover her salary. Every week I get the question, what are those DraftKings numbers? That is for DraftKings Fantasy. You have a budget, you build a lineup with your budget, you compete against other people who have also built a lineup, and you can win some very real money. If you want to check out all our DraftKings Fantasy tools, all of our bets, our picks, the safety parlay, and a million other things, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 an entire month, and that month will include UFC 306. We have a shit ton of super chats.
I'm a big fan of one.
We already addressed that one. Dylan Summers gifted a YouTube membership. I didn't see who grabbed it, but thank you for that, Dylan. Congratulations to whoever grabbed it. Angelo had fun at the Diddy party, 279 from ISO Joe. Listen, I don't know what's up with the voice. It was just odd. The throat is.
You don't know what's up. Just like Scott Peterson was like, I don't know what happened to her. Where she just.
You just watched that documentary today.
I just went fishing and came home, and it's like, whoops, where'd she go? It's Angela. I have no idea why my.
RM with the €5. You guys are awesome. I won $1,700 on the last card because of you guys. Keep up the good work. P.S. Angelo, I hope you're coping well with the AIDS. Stay strong. It's honestly the
funniest part is you're the one that said you have AIDS, and now you're mad that people know you have AIDS. So I don't get it.
I've never said I had AIDS. I don't have AIDS. And the
losing you literally, voice, I play the audio every time. Hi guys, this is Angelo. I've got AIDS. I'll play it again.
It was me reading a comment.
So you did say
I appreciate you, RM. I'm glad that you made money being a premium member. Thank you for your support. Angel with the $4.99. Angelo, what's up with the voice? What were you doing with your mouth?
He has no recollection. He has no recollection. You guys ever been on fucking Molly?
You know what's crazy? So Friday or Saturday, I didn't drink. I didn't drink at all. I didn't drink during the fights. I didn't drink.
What?
The whole thing is vlogged. You'll see. No alcohol.
Yeah, the whole thing. When you're fucking over there doing shots. Safety parlay.
I didn't drink Saturday. Saturday, I stay up till 2 a.m, filming the recap video. Sunday, wake up, didn't drink. I feel great. I filmed the breakdown for UFC Vegas 96 all Sunday. Didn't drink all day. The neighbor goes, let's go to the pool. We went to the pool. I had a couple of high notes. Like 3 high notes. Nothing crazy.
Let's go to the pool.
And then today, I just woke up with no voice. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I just
Literally.
happened to get in my neighbor's hot tub and then, woo, throat's gone. I have no idea. It couldn't be the fucking chlorine and fucking dickhead hitting the back of my throat.
Papa Bodetti, good luck at your appointment tomorrow, Figlio. It was hard to accept the disease you contracted, but I'm still proud of you. The voice does not help. No, listen. This is now the second troll account that was made pretending to be one of my family members. I am not
Appreciate you,
sick.
Papa.
This is not my father or my grandfather, despite that being a picture of what looks like an old Cuban man that might be in Italian. Thank you for the $5. Jacob Schaefer, $4.99. I'm wondering what Jacob thinks about Dan Beatening Gamrot. Oh, you'll see it in the vlog.
Gamrot won. Everyone
Thank
that
you
knows anything about fighting knows Gamrot won. The
Thank
strikes
you
were
for the
completely
5
even,
spot.
and Gamrot had 5 takedowns. Grow up. Gamrot won that fight.
Gamrot was getting wobbled. He was chinny. He was licking the floor because he couldn't get takedowns in the third round. He gave up that third
Can
round.
you lick your elbow?
No, of course not.
Come on, give it a go.
No, here, let's talk about this very seriously.
Give it a go. Lick it. Lick it.
Gamrot gave up that third round. That third round, he lost. Clearly lost that third round. Nobody could argue the third round. The first round was the only real questionable one because the first half, Gamrot won. And then the second half, Dan fucking drops him, almost gets him out of there, and has him bouncing all over the place in all sorts of trouble. And that's how the round ended. So the judges saw that, and they're like, yeah, one dude was laying and praying. The other one did some real damage. Although Gamrot did drop Dan early as
Casual.
well.
Fucking casual.
It's only what happens at the end of the round that those
Fucking
judges
casual,
remember.
dude. You're fucking casual.
Well, I'm not the idiot who bet on Gamrot, so only one of us lost money on that fight. And it wasn't me.